Carol. This is my informative speech on concussions. Concussions are a very serious injury that can come with very serious side effects, including permanent brain damage and even death. In an article by Teen Health and Wellness, there are an average of 3.8 million concussions that occur in the United States each year. I grew up playing sports and my favorite sport was football. And during my senior year of high school football, I received a concussion, so I would like to inform my audience of the severity of concussions. In order to better understand concussions, it is important to know how concussions can occur, the symptoms of concussions, and the dangers of concussions. First, let's tackle some of the ways a concussion can occur. A concussion is defined as a traumatic injury to the brain caused by a severe blow to the head. Concussions can occur in all sports. They can happen from little league sports all the way to professional sports. There are reported 136,000 concussions that happen in high school sports per year alone. From 2001 to 2007, there was an average of 0.38 concussions per game played in the National Football League. In football, concussions are most frequently acquired by head-to-head collisions. In baseball, someone could get a concussion by taking a pitch to the head or by taking a baseball bat to the head. In basketball, someone could hit his or her head on the floor, and that could result in a concussion. Concussions can happen in any sport. If you take a hard enough hit to the head, that can easily result in a concussion. Now that we have gone through the ways that a concussion can occur, I will share some of the symptoms of concussions. What might a person feel like after they have received a concussion? The most common symptom after a concussion is a headache. People can also experience sickness or even some memory loss after a concussion. Also, a 2008 study showed that after receiving a concussion, athletes had a slower reaction time after receiving a concussion. Do the symptoms between males and females differ? In a study between 2005 and 2007, males were reported to have more memory loss than females, and females were reported to have more sensitivity to noise and light. A 2008 study done by the Journal of Athletic Training studied the processing speed and reaction time of concussion recipients compared to athletes who have never received a concussion before. The athletes who had a concussion had a much slower reaction time and processing speed than those who have never received a concussion. The athletes with concussions also took a much longer time to recover their processing speed and visual and verbal memory. Athletes need to be better educated on the severity and the dangers of concussions. This same study also showed that even though the symptoms were slightly different, the recovery time for both males and females was about the same. During my senior year of high school football, I received a concussion, and as a result of my concussion, I had an immediate headache and I also had some memory loss. By now, I have covered the ways that a concussion can occur. I've covered the symptoms of a concussion. Now let me go over the dangers of having a concussion. If an athlete receives a concussion during a game and they continue to play, they put themselves at a severe risk of making their concussion even worse. For college and professional athletes, concussions could be career-ending. If concussions happen to an athlete time and time again, that athlete is subject to permanent brain damage. Muhammad Ali, a former boxing world champion, now has Parkinson's disease, and researchers believe that his Parkinson's disease is a result of having repeated concussions during his professional boxing career. In conclusion, I have gone over many different areas dealing with concussions. I've gone over how concussions can occur, over the symptoms of concussions, and I've gone over the dangers of having a concussion. Concussions are not to be taken lightly. They are a very serious injury that can permanently damage a person's life. So the next time that you bump your head and experience concussion-like symptoms, take the necessary precautions because in the end, they could save your brain and they could also save your life.